right now live at 5.
Protesters are speaking up and sharing their voices in Superior.
And the first of many memorials for George Floyd is being held in Minneapolis.
Getting to know Cloquet's new police chief.
Plus everything we know about the massive fire that broke out at Superior's landfill on Wednesday night.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
This is a live look at the Superior Government Center where peaceful picketers have gathered this Thursday afternoon to protest the death of George Floyd. Our Emma Quinn is there tonight and will be bringing the latest from the scene. Good evening, I'm Kristen Vaki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Protesters in Superior are making their voices heard right now in the fight for racial justice.
They gathered outside the Government Center, one of many protests nationwide sparked by the death of George Floyd.
CBS3's Emma Quinn joins us live from that protest. Emma, what's going on out there? Sounds pretty loud.
Yeah. Kristen, Tony, so right now we're at the intersection of Hammond Avenue and Belknap, and you can see there's protesters all over here. All these cars at this intersection have been beeping their horns and showing support. Now, we were here earlier today as these protesters joined us came to the Government Center here in Douglas County to support or not support of police brutality against people of color in this community. Now, this was a very peaceful protest earlier today as 100 people gathered here at the Government Center. They were protesting for systemic racism and the use of force against the black community. Now, overall, the protest was very peaceful, and organizers say that was their goal for the event, to be calm and ensure their voices were heard, and the people who attended were in agreement.
Having a peaceful protest shows that we don't want violence. We just want peace for people like me, people of color, minorities. Like, we just want to all be one and stop getting treated like we're any different just because of the color of our skin.
And now Superior Mayor Jim Payne, NAACP President Stephon Witherspoon, and local human rights activist Kim Young all spoke at the event. Now, the protesters all said, as you can see, they're all on the sidewalk over here. Now, they said this was their goal, was to keep it peaceful. Now, they started just about an hour ago walking around the neighborhood here where the Government Center is located. And there was some that started walking onto the side of the street over here. But Kristen, Tony, a lot of the other protesters got them back onto the sidewalk as they were trying to keep this peaceful, not let any violence happen or anything bad happen out here. So it's a really happy and peaceful environment out here. There's horns honking, you can hear it. It's been really loud, and hopefully they're probably going to stay here for a little while, so we'll hopefully have them back here at 6 o'clock tonight. Kristen, Tony?
Certainly a lively scene in Superior there tonight. CBS3's Emma Quinn live for us tonight. Thanks, Emma.
The first of many memorial services for George Floyd has begun in Minneapolis. It follows a night of mostly peaceful protests around the country and new charges against all 4 ex-police officers connected to Floyd's death. Michael George has the latest from Minneapolis.
A somber moment in Minneapolis as George Floyd's body arrived at North Central University escorted by his family. Inside the auditorium, loved ones paused in front of his casket to pay their respects. The family's attorney and the Reverend Al Sharpton are featured speakers. Frida Moba and her family came to the outside of the memorial to show their support.
It's very sad that somebody had to lose their life in order for things to be changed or our voices to be heard.
Following today's service, Floyd's body will be flown to North Carolina, where he was born, for a public viewing and a private family service Saturday. There will be a large public service on Monday in Houston, where Floyd spent most of his life. 4 ex-police officers connected to Floyd's death have now been charged and arrested. Former officers J. Alexander King, Thomas Lane, and Tu Tao are charged with aiding and abetting murder. They made their first court appearances today. Former officer Derek Chauvin, who put his knee on George Floyd's neck, is now accused of second-degree murder, which carries a stiffer penalty than the charges he was already facing. Protesters had been demanding additional arrests. Demonstrations across the country last night were mostly peaceful, but there were some exceptions, including in New York City, where officers used their batons to physically move a large crowd of protesters. Some fell to the ground and others were restrained. Police were also seen chasing some protesters as they left the area. In New Orleans, police used tear gas to disperse a crowd on a bridge that included small children.
They tear gassed everybody. We're coming back.
It was in stark contrast to the night before when officers took a knee with protesters in solidarity.
And those 3 former officers charged with aiding and abetting the death of George Floyd had a bail hearing today. The judge set bail for all 3 at $750,000 with some conditions. They were arrested yesterday after the Attorney General filed charges against them. If convicted, they could each face up to 40 years in prison. The 4th officer in the case, Derek Chauvin, faces a second-degree murder charge.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers spoke out about Floyd's death today, calling it a watershed moment for the nation. Evers says the prospect of justice for Black Wisconsinites is all too rare. He's calling on the legislature to pass a bill reforming police use of force policies and holding officers accountable. Evers also wants to use federal dollars to expand Medicaid in the state, helping to address the health disparities in the Black community. Wisconsin ranks near worst in the nation in a number of areas, including racial disparities in housing, employment, incarceration, and health care.
New details tonight after 6-year-old Duluth's boy's body was recovered from Lake Superior. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office responded to the mouth of the Middle River on the South Shore around 1:40 yesterday afternoon. Authorities say a mother and her 2 children were wading in calm, waist-deep water when the 2 children encountered a drop-off and went missing. Nearby adults found the 9-year-old girl and brought her safely to shore. The 6-year-old's body was found just before 7 last night in about 7 feet of water. Several agencies helped with the search. And coming up tonight at 10, we hear from a woman who lives nearby about how she's calling on the town board to help make changes with safety in mind.
Authorities are still investigating what caused a large fire at the Superior landfill last night. You may have seen these flames or a large smoke plume coming from the area just before 8 o'clock last night. That's when Superior Fire responded to the landfill on Moccasin Mike Road. Crews fought the fire for 5 hours. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Superior Fire officials are still determining how much damage was done. 1
person was taken to the hospital as crews responded to a large house fire in Ely today. According to the Northland Fire Wire, the flames came from a home on Central Avenue this afternoon. The extent of the person's injuries and the cause of the fire are unknown.
More than 500 city employees will take 18 unpaid days off to help Duluth overcome pandemic-related budget issues. City leaders reached that agreement with AFSCME union leaders on Wednesday. Most of the unpaid days are planned around national holidays, and they stretch through the end of next year. The agreement also freezes pay increases through 2021. Union leaders say it wasn't an easy decision to make, but it's in the employees and the city's best interest. Mayor Larson thanked AFSCME members for their work. Duluth city leaders laid off about 100 employees last month as they grapple with what could be a 25% or greater shortfall in this year's budget. No word on when those employees will be called back to work.
Minnesota Power is refunding its customers more than $12 million. The refunds come after a rate increase was lowered last month to help customers struggling during the pandemic. The increase had been in effect from January through April. No word on when customers can expect their refunds. All right, let's take a quick look at the weather. Dave, another gorgeous day out there. No complaints from me, at least.
But we have to take that with a bit of a grain of salt, Tony, there, because the dry humidity levels have led to increased fire risks for a portion of our area. We'll talk more about that when the main weather comes around, but there are parts of our area where, indeed, we have to still be careful with fire. But it looks pretty all right. Just like Tony mentioned, here's a live look at what's going on in downtown Two Harbors, and gorgeous in that neck of the woods. It always is, and it continues to be that way. Now, tonight, we do have a rain chance. It's probably not everything we need to knock down that fire danger. 30 to 40% chance of rain here tonight from that low-pressure system passing by. As early as tomorrow, that high slides in, and we start to dry up once again, at least for a couple of days. There is a bigger chance of rain coming next week by Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But we'll talk about that after we eye up the day planner for Friday, which says there may still be a 20% chance for precip in the morning, but then we become mostly sunny as the day goes on. Not quite as warm tomorrow as it has been the past couple of days, but mid-70s, still pretty nice. We could tumble into the 60s for the weekend, though, and I'll show you that with the 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, from a parade for graduating seniors to the closure of a local beach, we're taking you around the Northland, city by city.
And the city of Cloquet now has their 4th police chief in just 3 years. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 6, we'll tell you what his vision is for the future of the city.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Hello, Northland. It's good to see you.
During this time, staying healthy might look a little bit different.
But we're still here to care for you.
St. Luke's now offers new ways for you to see us.
Like telehealth video visits, which is how I'm talking to you right now.
If you do need to be seen in person, you can rest assured
we are keeping our clinics and hospitals clean and safe.
If you have any questions
or want to make an appointment,
give us a call.
We'll be happy to help.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS3.
Right now, millions of people and billions of devices are connected to the internet. Homes, businesses, hospitals, schools. The security and reliability of these connections are more important than ever. That's why at MediaCom, we've built a network to protect them. A network that sees threats, fixes problems before they occur, and keeps you going with 99.99% network reliability.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm into nursing. We have small class sizes, so we actually get to know each other, know our instructors. All of the faculty at Lake Superior College, they're here to help you succeed and choose the right path.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Dude! You gonna pick that up? Because there's no poop fairy to do that for you. See? Take these. They're not just poop bags. They're pride bags. Because you're doing the right thing for your neighbors and for the health of the whole watershed. Gotta fly. There's a Chihuahua cranking one out in Leicester right now. There is no poop fairy.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here is a live look from our Spirit Mountain camera showing another sunny and warm day across the Northland. Dave will be in with your Weather Max forecast in just a moment.
But first, tonight cars are gathering to celebrate the class of 2020 as one popular Northland beach closes its shores for the season. All that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. This week marks the final week of classes for many schools, including Duluth Denfeld High School. Due to the pandemic, 2020 seniors haven't been able to have a typical celebration. So the community is coming together and hosting a graduation caravan. Tonight at 7, cars decked out in Hunter Bride will meet at the high school parking lot and make their way through West Duluth and Duluth Heights to celebrate their 2020 grads. And over in Ashland this weekend, the community is coming together for a march and protest against police brutality and justice for people of color, and it's planned for Saturday. Organizers are asking that these events remain peaceful and that no riots will be allowed. The protest starts at noon at the Ashland Band Shell. People are asked to wear masks and maintain social distancing. And in Cloquet, the beach at Pinehurst Park announced they will not be opening for the 2020 season. In a Facebook post, the beach cited public health and safety concerns due to COVID-19 as the reason, and they are looking forward to opening back up for the 2021 season. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it could be featured as we go around the Northland city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, coronavirus cases continue to rise across the country. The new concern experts have about a potential surge.
Here's the live local look at what's happening right now in Ely near Central Avenue. That fire earlier today, just a couple blocks away from this scene. Well, some rain may make everybody's scene here tonight. At least there's a 30% chance of it. We'll talk about if it's enough to put down the fire danger coming up after our break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
How how to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the cheeseburger pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's.
Has your roof seen its better days? Call Peak Construction Roofing today for your free estimate at guaranteed affordable rates. Peak Construction can finance you and will help you step by step from start to finish. Call the best, Peak Construction Roofing. They'll do the rest. Let us take care of you.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection. In ways like no other. Together or even apart. We are resilient. The 2020 census is here, and we need to do our part for our people.
To all the social distancers, suddenly homeschoolers, and living room exercisers, we've got you covered. Right now, get Pizza Hut's best delivery deal. Large pizzas with up to 3 toppings for just $9.99. Choose contactless delivery or new curbside pickup at pizzahut.com.
Always on the go, but want to keep up with the day's news? Don't worry. Now we are wherever you are. Traveling? No problem. Stream wherever, whenever with live local CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Pick your new Polaris from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Beautiful weather on one hand, but it's been leading back towards fire danger on the other. Our entire region has a moderate to high reading as far as that fire danger goes, but for inland parts of northern Minnesota, the Weather Service says it's near critical fire danger. And in the UP, it's now towards elevated status. What we need, of course, is rain. There's a chance we'll get a little bit tonight, probably not enough to stave off that problem too much for too long. But next week, well, Tropical Storm Christabel may feed moisture into a regular low-pressure system in our neck of the woods, and we may get a good soaker here come Tuesday, Wednesday. Show you the odds coming up in just a bit. But right now, of course, we'll deal you a look at the current conditions at Duluth International Airport, where it's 80 degrees. The warm spell continues, but there's the rub. Only 20% for the relative humidity, so it's dry, and the foliage is getting drier, and the fire danger is getting higher. Winds, they're getting higher, too. Westerly, northwesterly, 14 miles per hour, and the air pressure technically a touch on the low side at 29.75 inches of mercury, but surrounding air masses have even lower pressure, so that's considered high through the process of elimination. That's one of the neat things about meteorology. Current temperatures, 79 Watersmeet, 77 Ironwood, 78 Ashland, 77 Solon Springs, and 82 in Superior. Hayward's system still hasn't been fixed. We hope that gets back online soon. Misreporting about that great town. 79 Moose Lake, 81 Two Harbor, 77 Ely, just a notch warmer towards Hibbing Chisholm. Add another one to 79 for Grand Rapids and 78 International Falls. Tomorrow's temps, very similar to what we see today, if just a little bit cooler, still warmer than normal though. It's Saturday and Sunday when temperatures will fall to normal or even cooler than normal before another temperature resurgence comes our way by Monday. Doppler Map right now shows a line of showers and storms that frankly rumbled past the Iron Range early in the morning here, shook up folks in Chisholm, rumbled through Duluth here and then into northwestern Wisconsin and the UP. 30 to 40% chance you'll get more of that here tonight as that occluded low pressure system continues to track by our area. Indeed, 30 to 40% chance for rain tonight, 30% Minnesota, 40% for Wisconsin and the UP. By early tomorrow morning, probably 8 o'clock, the rain chance fades away and higher pressure takes over for Friday and Saturday. High and dry, at least for a little while, because as early as Sunday, next low pressure system comes around to bring back a rain chance. And like I mentioned, by Tuesday or so, it could tangle with moisture brought in from the Gulf by Tropical Storm Christabel, and we could get a couple inches worth then. And hopefully that puts down the fire danger without causing any flooding troubles. Tonight in Minnesota, temperature-wise, we're looking at about 50 to 55 with that 30% rain chance. Wisconsin, Michigan, your low temps will be in the mid-50s with a 40% rain chance. Tomorrow, Wisconsin and the UP, high pressure makes it mostly sunny with highs 75 to 80 degrees, cooler by the lake and warmer inland. In Minnesota, cooler by the lake means 65 to 69. In inland, anywhere from a low of 69 or a low high of 69 up towards International Falls to 77 by Moose Lake. And that then will in turn usher in our two-day cool snap. Cool, normal, near normal on Saturday, 67. Cooler than normal Sunday at 65. But then already we surge back to the 80s on Monday. And that low pressure system coming aboard with that crystal moisture could lead to a 75% chance for a good soaker here come Tuesday, Tony.
It's funny you mentioned a good soaker. I was thinking today, we haven't really had one of those so far this year. You know, a few days where it rains here and there, but yeah, here in Duluth, not just a good all-day rain fest.
A gentle rain fest. We can get by with that.
Yeah.
And that indeed may be what's on tap come Tuesday.
Okay. We'll keep our eye on it. Thanks, Dave.
After 3 months as a virtual ghost town, the Las Vegas Strip reopened for business today.
It's the latest big reopening amidst the coronavirus pandemic. Daniel Backus has more from Thousand Oaks, California.
The majestic fountains at Las Vegas's Bellagio Casino came to life again for the first time in months, signaling America's gaming capital is back in business.
It's like the best feeling in the world, like back alive again, you know, it's great.
Casino crews welcomed visitors as the Bellagio's doors opened this morning.
It's good to be American again and be open.
Crowds filled Fremont Street as some casinos resumed business at midnight.
Happy to be here, happy that you guys are opening up.
Visitors will notice major changes.
You'll see a lot of social distancing. Tables will be 6 feet apart. Menus will be paper menus or will be sanitized between each and every use.
Gamblers will see cleaning crews on casino floors 24/7. Sanitizing machines, dice, and common areas. Some gaming tables have plexiglass to separate gamblers. And everyone will have their temperature taken and be encouraged to wear a mask before entering.
We got to take care of our tourists. We got to make sure that the people who come here are not going to get sick so they never come back again.
In another sign, things are returning to normal. Here in California, restaurants have been reopening over the last few weeks, with some cities and counties allowing indoor dining. And starting today, people in much of New York State can dine at outdoor restaurants, but not in New York City.
Outdoor dining, there's no roof, there could be a canopy, but it is outdoor space.
So far, coronavirus has infected more than 1.8 million Americans. 107,000 have died. Now there's concern cases will spike across the country as thousands pour into the streets to protest the death of George Floyd.
I am seriously worried about what's going to happen, 10 days from now when we start to see those cases rise dramatically.
Dr. Agus says the more droplets go into the air, the more potential for spread.
Meanwhile, back in our region, several drive-up COVID-19 testing sites are planned around Bayfield County. There's one going on until 7 o'clock tonight at Legendary Waters in Red Cliff. Then 2 more are planned for June 17th in Drummond and June 18th in Iron River. The tests are free and available to anyone showing symptoms. We have more details on our website. The Wisconsin National Guard is helping organize the sites.
Still to come, the Duluth City Council is narrowing the field of candidates to fill a vacant seat.
Did you know that over 90% of today's top-rated television shows can be watched for free, including live sports, news, and the hottest sitcoms, all for free with TV Freeway Gold. Simply plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite HD broadcast television shows free. TV Freeway Gold uses premium gold-plated connectors, giving you high-quality signal transfer so you can watch all your major channels, all in high definition, absolutely free, anywhere you want, even on your boat. So you can cut the cord and get TV the freeway with TV Freeway Gold for only $19.99 for free TV forever. But when you order now, you could get a second TV Freeway Gold for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee and we'll ship them both to you free. But you have to order now.
Call 1-800-408-5417. That's 1-800-408-5417. Or visit tvfreewaygold.com. Order now.
Hello, I'm Steve Little, owner of Bath Planet. I want to thank you for allowing us to serve you these last 2 decades. Safety is our top priority, so our workers are following all CDC guidelines to ensure the safety of both our customers and employees. Our showroom is currently closed with a flexible reopen date. Our company is doing everything we can to keep our customers and employees safe during this time. We're excited to let you know that we've extended our offer of 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 years on all our products. So you can get the work done now and not have to pay for it until 2022. This offer now goes through June 30th. So call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. We will also give you a $25 gift card to a locally owned restaurant with every new appointment to show our support for other local businesses. On behalf of everybody here at Bath Planet, we look forward to serving you soon. Thank you.
My 95.7 is the Northland's best variety all day. From Ed Sheeran and Maroon 5 to Lady Gaga and Bryan Adams. Always family and office friendly. My 95.7, your life, your music.
The Sunday night movies are back on CBS. And not just any movies. Paramount's biggest sit-down, escape from reality blockbusters. And this Sunday, John Travolta, Sandy, and Olivia Newton-John in the Grease sing-along. The CBS Sunday night movies are back, starting at 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS.
Our Northland may not have the longest severe weather season, but it does come around every now and then. I'm hoping folks will keep an eye to the sky and on Channel 3 here this summer. If severe weather threatens, Austin Haskins, Caitlin Moffett, and I will keep our eyes glued to the radar. We'll break in if you need to hear about the latest storm developments. We'll work together to keep our region safe.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Right now, Duluth City Councilors are narrowing down the field of candidates for an open seat on the council. 19 people applied. After interviews being held right now, the list will be narrowed down to just 3. Then, City Councilors will hold a second round of interviews for those candidates before making a final pick on Monday. The new councilor will serve the rest of Barb Russ's term, which ends in 2022. You can find a list of the people who applied and more about their top priorities, if chosen, on our website.
The city of Cloquet has a new police chief who is ready to hit the ground running after serving as the interim chief for the past 9 months. Randall is the 4th new chief in the last 4 years. He is hoping to implement new plans within the department, starting with their staffing challenge. They have 19 officers on staff, but are budgeted for 24. Next, he hopes to rebrand and rebuild their force.
I want the mission statement to be something that every single one of us believe in, and every single one of us leaves this department when they go out to serve the community with that mission in mind and remembering just who we serve.
It's unclear when he will officially be sworn in, but it could happen at the City Council's next meeting on June 16th.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, we are in Minneapolis, where mourners gathered today to honor the life of George Floyd. Plus, we meet a young demonstrator who says his hope is for change. And 2 historians tell us it won't be easy. And the artists behind this now iconic mural tell us how it is healing a community. That's all coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over-the-air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Shop the Memorial Day sale in-store by appointment or online at Home Seasonal Concepts with the largest selection of in-stock outdoor furnishings like this 5-piece fire table, just $9.99, plus no interest financing until 2023. Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day sale.
At UCare, we've been decomplicating Medicare plans in Minnesota for a long time. In fact, we've been offering Medicare Advantage plans longer than anyone else. Our Medicare Advantage plans are affordable, and 96% of Minnesota providers accept UCare. So if your provider practices at any of these clinics or hospitals, you can likely keep them. To learn the basics and see how UCare Medicare Advantage plans compare to others, visit ucare.org/TV.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
Getting to know Cloquet's new police chief.
We got a couple of showers this morning, and there's still a chance for a little more tonight. I'll talk about the odds of a rainy payoff coming up.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3.
Here's the deal. Your mother and I have decided we're going to give you our van. That way you won't have to call for the bus.
Oh, that sure is nice of you, but no thanks.
You're kidding.
You're kidding. Arrowhead Transit. It works for us.
To set up your ride, simply call and tell the dispatcher where you need to be picked up, where you need to go, and when you need to get there. Call 800-862-0175.
Home's Memorial Day sale ends soon. Shop store-wide savings up to 30% off, plus no interest financing until 2023. Shop in the store by appointment or online, plus free no-contact shipping. Hurry, Home's Memorial Day sale ends Saturday.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Here is a live look at the peaceful protests that are still happening in Superior tonight. Protesters gathered at the Government Center at 3 o'clock this afternoon with drumming, chanting, and calling for justice. We will continue to monitor this protest and bring you the latest updates as they come in.
And tonight at 6, the Superior Staple Museum, forced to close their doors during the pandemic, is now back open once again. We take you to the Richard Bong Veterans Center and tell you how they are preparing to welcome visitors back in once again.
That's your news tonight at 5. The CBS Evening News is up next.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 6.